The Bible is a closed canon, but wraps up the great redemptive journey from the eternal past to the eternal future. And we are still living within its pages, within the great story of God, walking with Him in a sophisticated journey of becoming Christ-like. The history matters to us because it is God who started it all, from the awesome creation to amazing restoration. Our God is the God of history, who didn't just create us, but also walked with us since He created Adam and Eve. Despite being a timeless God, He showed His interest inside the time of this universe. Despite being a transcendental being, He showed His interest in becoming an interacting God with His own creation. A God to whom history doesn't matter from the point of His eternity. He actually valued it to demonstrate how much He concerns for His peoples in this world. The church history is an important subject to observe and get an outstanding timeline of how God was working after the beginning of the church till this date. The Bible doesn't just finish at the book of Revelation, but also gives us a glimpse of the future where we are actually living today. The book helps us to get a good glimpse of God's active work since the past 2,000 years in making the way for the gospel and His kingdom spread all over the world. Despite world war, colonization, persecutions, threats from empires, threats from intellectual revolution, liberal theologies, heresies, Darwin's theory of evolution, communism, God enabled the way for the gospel to spread worldwide, raising great missionaries, reformers, revivals, defenders, and preachers. The infrastructures of development were also used by God to foster the evangelism. Thus, the Bible was able to be copied, preserved, translated, and sold out in massive volumes. The denominations also emerged, making various ways of connecting with God. The book shows us in brief how we have Bible commentaries, translations, and colleges today, different theologies, and Christians' contributions in various fields like science, art, music, health, and other sectors. We can see how God was at active work and can be thankful to Him. Besides the fruitfulness of reading this book, it seemed the author tried to show Calvinistic theology as conservative theology and Arminian theology as a kind of liberal theology. The author seems to push even charismatic or Pentecostal revivals as some sort of man-made revivals rather than the work of the Holy Spirit. Finally, the author is putting the creationist position as biblically valid over other options. To be honest, the book seems to be written from a reformed perspective rather than evangelistic because of its biases. It is clear how God used different nations, waves of revivals, reformations, and even persecutions, sufferings, conflicts, and challenges to help His church grow and become strong. This knowledge is essential to us as it gives us assurance that God is at work even today in our lives. No matter what takes place in this world, He is in control, and in the end it is His plans that would ultimately fulfill.